Hello, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a long one, so I hope you stay to the end. I've been dying to do this one, which is what did my hair care routine look like before and during the time that I was transitioning from perms and relaxers to becoming a natural. So let me first start off by saying the frequency of me relaxing my hair. So for me, I only relaxed my hair 2 times a year, so every 6 months or so, which in my opinion was a great frequency for using such a strong chemical. I know a lot of people relax their hair every 3 months, like every 12 weeks when that new growth is really visible. For me, I was able to stretch it out to 6 months and it was perfectly fine. And I started relaxing my hair from the time I was 14 years old, and I stopped relaxing my hair and started transitioning when I turned 19. So that was a very small window of me putting relaxers into my hair. Whereas some people I know, they get their first relaxer when they're way younger than 14, and then they don't stop relaxing until they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s. Now a lot of people are just never touching relaxers, thank God. Or when they start doing their hair on their own, so in that late teenage years, young adult years, they're like, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore, which is excellent. So a lot of these things I was doing before and I continued to do for the first maybe year or so. I made a lot of mistakes and I feel like I could have reached my goals and could have reached getting to a healthier hair state if I did not do some of these things. So of course I want to help you guys out and give you a heads up on things you could potentially be doing in your current hair care routine that could be hindering your healthy hair and growth journey, especially since we're on this challenge together. If you have not watched my hair journey video, I will put that at the end of the video so you can take a look at what my progress has been like so far. We're going to start from the beginning stages of doing my hair to the final stages of doing my hair. So the first is cleansing, so shampooing. In the beginning, I was, yes, shampooing my hair once a week, which is great. Even now that I have healthy hair, I do want to make sure I cleanse my hair once a week. However, I was only shampooing once, whereas now I shampoo twice when I am cleansing my hair. So I was shampooing once. The type of shampoos I was using were Herbal Essence, Dove, Garnier, Pantene, Head & Shoulders, L'Oreal, and I was never looking at hair products that were meant for my hair. I would always just gravitate to whatever smelled good and whatever my eyes liked from the packaging. So I was never paying attention to the intentions, the goals, the ingredients of the product. It was always about whatever smelled best. When I was in the shower, so I would apply the shampoo to my scalp, my roots, and the length of my hair. So I was applying shampoo all over, and I could never figure out why my hair was always so dry, so brittle, and falling out. And that was because I was applying shampoo incorrectly. For so long, I felt that I needed to have squeaky, clean hair from the roots down to the ends. And I would scrub with my nails. So I was also irritating my scalp, and I would bunch my hair up into a ball like you see in the commercials and the advertisements. I would bunch it all up into a ball and turn it all into this big rat nest, and I was causing extra friction and tangles, which is also a recipe for having an awful detangling session afterwards. So that is something that I instantly cut out the moment I realized that it was causing more damage. Because I was shampooing inside of the shower compared to shampooing outside of the shower, I was always rushing the shampooing process. So I was in there, I was getting cold, I was trying to shampoo super quickly, and then I'd finish shampooing my hair and my scalp still did not seem as clean as it should have been. And I'd also like to mention that I had no clue when I first started my hair journey about sulfates and parabens and silicones. I had no clue what those things were. No clue. So even if the packaging 10 years ago had clear labels to distinguish if it was paraben free or sulfate free, I was never paying attention to anything like that. The next part of the process that I was making so many mistakes, of course, is the conditioning stage. Once again, I was picking conditioners that just simply matched the shampoo line that I was using. So if I was using Pantene shampoo, I was using the Pantene conditioner. I thought I had to keep the pairs together. Once again, picking things where the smell was good, not paying attention to ingredients. I just wanted my hair to smell like lilies. This, oh my God, this I was making such a huge mistake with. I was applying the conditioner the lengths of my hair, the roots, and directly onto my scalp. The scalp, yes, and I found that my dryness, the itchiness, the flakes were so terrible when I was doing this, because applying the conditioner to your scalp, and the conditioners are full of so much heavy oils and waxes, and all of that really does just sit right on the hair as it's meant to. But because it's the scalp, you're more likely to get a lot of irritation. Whereas now I apply the conditioners from the roots down to the ends. And then at one point in time, I heard that you were only supposed to apply conditioner from your ears down. So I was skipping all of this section of my hair, and I thought that was okay. And then realizing, oh, I'm experiencing even more dryness at the roots because I was never applying any extra moisture to the first 4 to 6 inches of my hair. And then the lengths of my hair always felt great, but never the roots. And with the conditioner, I was only ever leaving it on my hair for 2 minutes. There was zero deep conditioning happening with my conditioners, and I was using just regular conditioners. The only time I would use a hair mask is what I thought was a hair mask. It was when I was doing hot oil treatments. I'm going to put a picture of the ones that I was using. I think it was VO5. They came in these tiny little tubes, and then you would put them in hot water, or you could microwave them and then apply them to the hair. And that was my version of a hot oil treatment. Or leave a comment down below if you know this product. I was using hair cholesterol. This is what it looks like. I thought that this hair cholesterol that was this big, thick, goopy substance would make my hair so strong, so beautiful, so smooth, which it kind of did, because my hair was still half permed, half relaxed, half natural. So it was helping a little bit, but I find that it was very short-lived. But that was like an old classic product that I find that a lot of people used back in the day, hair cholesterol, and we thought that it was going to be the cure-all for our hair problems. And when it comes to detangling, I would also try to detangle in that 2 minutes while standing in the shower when I had the conditioner still in my hair. So I was struggling with a regular comb, just ripping through my hair, ripping through my tangles, trying to get as much tangles out as I could in the 2 minute span so I could hurry up and get out of the shower. So I was ripping out my hair constantly, which added to a lot of extra breakage, a lot of extra split ends, and I had no clue about moisture and protein balance. So my hair still felt super week during the transitioning period. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the third stage of the hair process, which of course is the hair styling process. I was pretty decent when it comes to blow drying my hair. In the beginning though, I never used a heat protectant spray, and then I found out about heat protectant spray, and I was using the Tresemme Thermal Creations one, the one in the black bottle with the red cap. That's what I first started using. But as my leave-in moisturizer, I was using pink lotion. Let me know if you remember that product as well. I think it was Luster's pink lotion. This is what it looks like. I thought this was so great. I was using it from the time I was a kid to into my adult years. I thought this is what my hair needed. This is all I should use, and I would be perfectly fine. And I kept using it while I was transitioning. And after a while, I found that the formula was changing. I didn't enjoy the smell. I didn't enjoy the feel of it on my hands. I didn't enjoy it in my hair. I didn't enjoy how it washed out. I find that it's a really complicated product. I don't know. I never felt like my hair was as clean as it could be after washing when I used that product. And then at the end of blow drying and straightening my hair, I would use hair sheen. So the ORS olive oil hair sheen, the one in the big green can. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's what I was using at the end of straightening my hair. I would drench my hair in that to make it feel extra soft and silky and smooth and shiny, and the residue just drenching off of my hair and my hands was despicable. Absolutely disgusting. Not necessary to use that much hairspray or hair sheen ever at any point in time during the styling process. The straightener that I was using at the time, thank God, was always great. I was using the Babyliss Pro first, so the straightener that I currently use, that was the first straightener I got, and then it broke, and then I moved to the Chi, and then that one broke, and I moved back to the Babyliss Pro, and I've been super happy with that ever since. So thankfully, I was always using a great hair straightener, but I was never using the chasing method. So I was never using a rat tail comb to chase the straightener when I was doing my hair. So I was constantly running the straightener through that section of hair multiple times, from the roots down to the ends, 3, 4, 5 times over and over again till I felt like it was straight enough, and it was never straight enough for me. I felt like I could always just do an extra pass. The next day I would do 2 more passes. Every single day I was putting heat on my hair. I was obsessed with having pin straight hair, especially all through high school, and that continued on. I was putting heat on my hair every single day, and that was one of the hardest habits to break, but that was the game changer, I feel like, was stopping putting heat on my hair every single day and then incorporating the deep conditioning treatments as well. But that I've talked about in another video. And in the event that I wanted to wear my hair in its natural state, so not doing any type of heat styling or manipulation, so if I wanted to just leave it out curly, I would use loads of mousse, leave-in conditioners, gels, waxes. I would just put it all in my hands, rub it all through my hair, scrunch, 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 and leave it. I was never paying attention to product application, what should go first, what should go last, how to get proper curl definition. I was never using a comb or a brush to help make sure I had 0 tangles and then try to get proper curl definition afterwards. Nope. I would just shampoo my hair, condition my hair, think that it's perfectly fine, apply a bunch of product, scrunch, and leave it. And I would air dry as well. So I was always walking around with wet, disgusting hair for hours, which is something I absolutely do not do anymore. First, because I was still transitioning, it never looked good because I had a lot of stringy pieces. So once again, the bottom portion of my hair was always super stringy, wavy, limp, dead, because I never wanted to do a proper big chop. I personally decided to slowly cut my hair periodically. I did do big chunks of cuts, but it was never considered like a big chop to get rid of all the relaxed hair. So I always was walking around with super nice curls at the roots and then these limp noodle waves at the end. So my hair never looked good in its natural state because I was never taking the time to learn how to take care of it. And number 4, I'll go over this quickly, which was my scalp. I was never using anything catered towards proper scalp health, proper scalp growth, other than using Head and Shoulders, which I would slap onto the scalp and on the lengths of my hair and hope that would calm down any dandruff I had, which it just made my hair extra dry. And then I would slap on a bunch of hair oil, which was hair grease. So Blue Magic, I was using Dax, and I would layer it on, and my hair was caked in hair grease. I would never just like, oh, dab it on the dry spots and then leave it and make sure it was fine. Nope, every single day, just dabbing on hair grease and then wondering why my hair and my roots especially always was so weighed down and there's always so much oily residue. So the type of styles that I really repeatedly did in my hair was tight buns, tight ponytails, braids such as this, but I was never adding cute beads in the ends. So it was just, I would just braid it up, or I would wear a bonnet or a beret, so a little hat, and just cover all my hair up. And that's how I would go to school. That's how I would go out in public. My hair would always just be covered or always just be pulled back in those super tight buns and lots of gel to slick down my baby hairs and my edges, so all that new growth that I was trying to resist putting perm on. So a lot of tension, a lot of pulling, a lot of manipulation of the hair. And once again, at this time, I was not cluing into the fact that all that pulling and all that tightness was terrible on the scalp, terrible on the roots, and made that portion of the hair extra weak. So all that new growth that was supposed to be so healthy, so strong, I was weakening it by the physical actions that I was doing. But I was still doing my hair trims every 3 to 4 to 5 months. So at least I was keeping up with that. So I was doing big chunks as my trims, and then eventually I started doing actual trims. So I would just take off like an inch or a centimeter or a little bit less than a centimeter. Once the majority of my relaxed hair was cut off, I was able to do really proper small trims. Also, at this time, I was still working out. I've always been into fitness and exercising, especially running. I am a runner. If you have not been watching those videos, I love running, and I was still doing it while transitioning. But when it comes to exercise and transitioning hair, as soon as I was done and I would shower, I would blow dry the roots and re-straighten all of the hair all over again, because I wanted it to be perfectly straight. So I was still at least keeping my health in check, but once again adding on that extra heat, which is a big no-no. So that's kind of what my hair routine looked like back in the day from start to finish. So the cleansing, the shampooing, the scalp health, the styling. I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of things have changed. Make sure to watch my wash day routines and my styling routines, my straight hair routines, to see how I have kind of perfected what I do with my hair to maximize growth, length retention, minimize damage and breakage. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.